Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
It's a little low.
Can you hear me properly? Is it better?
Yes.
Okay. Hello. My name is Oleg from Colorado. We have a small collective here. And I'm pleased to join the group for collective food soaking today. Started to practice Sahaja yoga a long time ago when Shimaji came second year, I think it was second year, she was invited to Russia. And this is where I grew up. And since then, it started a journey of self-realization for me. I was not a spiritual seeker on the surface, but as long as I remember, I had very deep questions inside of my heart, where it started from, all of it, where it ends, what's the purpose of my life, and so on and so forth. And when I saw Shimaji first time, I felt like I'm not in the right place in the sense that I don't belong. I thought that meditation, yoga, these type of esoteric terms were very strange for me. I consider myself a modern person with modern interests. What interested me is really something which could be analytically explained, scientifically proved, and so on. And my first experience in the big hall of the stadium, sports stadium, where Shimaji was far away on the stage in a white sari, and interpreter would translate every sentence of Shimaji, was quite significant because she touched the terms, philosophical terms, and explained why Sahaja yoga is so important for everyone. And for me, it was like, nah, it's too good to be true. And but it developed, it triggered my curiosity for sure. And from the first experience, I think I felt something above my head, and it triggered even more my curiosity. And then the same time we came together with my wife and our child, 3 months old, and I checked breeze of Kundalini above his head. He was sleeping, and that was the real trigger for me, because that time I felt tremendous stream of cool air, and I didn't believe it, and that's how it started for me. For several years after that, I can tell now, I ran away from Russia, and I started to practice Sahaja yoga in a foreign country, and in Israel, and met people like myself. As a matter of fact, I met one yogi who became a very good friend of mine and brother in Sahaja, who was at the same public program in St. Petersburg at that time with me. And he asked Shimaji a question. She answered after that. And that's how we started to practice. We started to really follow guidance of Shimaji, searching for guidance from other collectives, because we were very, very small. And many collectives actually came to visit us, and Austrian collective, German collective, they came with the tours. and they started literally triggered Sahaja yoga practice in Israel. And then I started to dig into it, really research, following not only guidance from Shimaji, but also meeting other yogis in different places in the world where Shimaji would create or give public programs and got different Sahaja yoga seminars. And we followed, we met Shimaji in India, in United States, in Istanbul, in Turkey, in Egypt, in Italy. And all these meetings created such a different experience from my regular life, and gave me a really deep understanding that Sahaja yoga as a framework, as a set of practical tools for every layer of human existence. And this is where I start not just trying to understand theory of Sahaja yoga, but really apply what I learned to myself. And it definitely became such a tremendous, powerful framework, which helps me in every aspect of my existence, in the routine of the day, at work, in family, and so on and so forth. So I'm really happy that through the ups and downs, through the doubts and experiences, good and bad, I'm still here. And I hope all people who join today experience something like that. Otherwise, why would we meet here together to cleanse ourselves and to enrich and nourish our subtle systems to increase the power of our Kundalini working for us, and to increase and expand our awareness to the next level. So let's start then. So I have my bucket prepared. I hope everyone else has their buckets and water after and towel. So before we start, as we always do, we raise our Kundalini and put it abundant. But before we do even this, let's close our eyes, sit comfortably straight, open your hands, take a couple of deep breaths. And I like to remind myself every time I sit in meditation or prepare myself for meditation, the reason I come here, the reason which brought me here, and the intention. Bring that intention. I'm sorry for the loud noises. The intention is always to let my own Kundalini, energy within me, to enrich, nourish, tune my subtle system. I know that there are many obstacles, environmental obstacles, which either we absorb through our routine activity, and also some we don't know about. But the whole tool, our subtle system, under the work of our Kundalini, with the applications of these cleansing techniques, and one of which we are going to apply today, Footsoak, tunes even more with every application. And most importantly, I remind myself that I should really dig deeper into my connection the link between inside and outside, the link which is known as state of yoga, is really a very subtle link until and unless my system is very balanced, very well tuned, and established. And my Kundalini is established so well, and my chakras and channels are balanced and tuned to the level where the stream of our Kundalini can sustain for long time this state of thoughtless awareness, and then state of yoga itself, and other levels which are up above the level of thoughtless awareness. So this is what I like to remind myself. Now, let's direct our attention to your own personal Kundalini and ask her very humbly, how the Kundalini or energy within, please rise. And with this, let's bow. Bring both hands to your chest. Connect both palms. Bring yourself to the present moment and start raising our energy within with exercise of raising our hands. First time. To awaken and to protect our left channel. Second. To awaken and to protect our right channel. And fourth, for the central channel. Tie well. Bring your hands down. Now, with the second part of this exercise, with the bandhan, with protective layers, make sure that your attention is already established on top of your head. And part of it sent to your right hand, which is working hand. And let's start doing this bandhan first by drawing this rainbow around our body. For each chakra we have in our solar system, we have 7 of them. So rainbow for each one of those. By keeping our attention on top of our heads, in the crown chakra, and on that right palm, which is making these movements, you really dedicate and purify the process. Then I remind myself that Kundalini, the energy within, she does it all. If only we can find a way to let it happen, meaning to let her work within us. Everything else will happen automatically, spontaneously. Now let's put both hands on the lap, open upwards, ready for this vibrator work. And by the work, I mean literally work by your hands, but also using them as a tools of displaying the signals about the system within us and around us. So there's vibrations we start sensing on our palms, so we already feel that if we practice for longer. These are the reflections of the truth within us and around us. Of the thing we register with our attention. If our attention is enlightened and centered, gets translated through this vibratory awareness, and we can feel this on our palms. So left hand on the lap. The right hand put above your bucket with the water, And if you're familiar with the mantras, Sri Samudra Devata is the mantra for the ocean. And we want to invite the energy of the ocean, the chemistry of the ocean, which is presented by water itself and by Mother Earth in the form of crystals of salt. We put in that bucket. So we invite the same power to be used to purify our subtle system through this Footsoak technique. Put your hand above your bucket and let's sing together Shri Samudra Devata mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Samudra Devata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now let's put both feet into the bucket. Let's connect with our vibratory awareness, through our vibratory awareness, to that level where we can sense vibrations which indicate, signal us what's disbalanced in our subtle system, what requires our attention. Let's start with balancing. Put your right hand towards Mother Earth, down, while keeping left hand on your lap. You can address your own Kundalini, telling how Mother Kundalini energy within, Shri Kundalini, Mother energy, Shri Kundalini. Please purify my left channel. And then we can address also Mother Earth, this colossal leading power, which provides supports. If you look at the root of our life, provides the harmonious conditions for living existence of the planet. So Mother Earth is absorbed all the negativity, all the overload, all the overexhaustion of my left channel. Energy within. Please purify my desires and emotions. Now keep your attention solely on top of your head, in the crown chakra. Completely detach from that desire and tension associated with the management. I need to know everything. Everything is under control, my control. All this, give it up. Let your Kundalini do the work. Mother energy, please purify my desires. Please purify my emotions. Let's bring right palm on the left hand, hang it in front of you in the air and keep it in the air. Fingers are pointing up, palm faces back. And we connect again with our Mother Earth, with our own Kundalini. And ask Mother Kundalini, or energy within, please purify my right channel. Please let element of ether or sky to absorb all the blockages, negativity, overuse of my right channel. Please take away all the sources of anger and hatred. Take it away. Please purify my right channel. And again, we keep our attention on the top of our heads in the crown chakra. Shri Kundalini. Please awaken within me the source of pure dynamic force. You keep in touch with our palm, in this case, right palm, sending part of our attention from the crown chakra to the surface of that right palm and see if anything happens, changes from warmth to coolness, from heaviness to mildness. All these changes would indicate change. Let's bring left hand on the lap, so both hands on the lap now. Now skip Kundalini Mother energy. Please purify my attention. Please enlighten my attention. Please drive my attention to the crown chakra. Let me enjoy the silence of real meditation. And spend several minutes while we are still in the Footsoak with the music. And see if this music helps us to stay in this long pauses, like several seconds, several minutes in best case, of absolute silence and absolute joy. Find yourself thinking or maybe arguing or in any other way mentally responding or reacting. Just let it go. And invite the presence of your Kundalini. Let us finish our Footsoak. by rinsing our feet and towel it off. We'll stay in meditation for another 10 minutes or so. And after that, we'll finish the formal part. And some of us will, if you want to stay longer, you're welcome to. I'd like to invite everybody for the second part of any application of any cleansing technique in Sahaja Yoga, which is whatever we do to cleanse our chakras, to tune our and purify our subtle system. If we support this technique with deep meditation, we actually help our Kundalini to establish the pure state, more balanced state of particular chakra or chakras and channels. And that's why after any technique where we utilize our physical, like Footsoak, like 3-candle treatment with maybe ice on the liver and so on, or just cleansing our chakras, the meditation is that powerful ingredient which multiplies the power of any technique. So let's check where our Kundalini is by raising one of your hands above your head, above your crown chakra. See if you can feel the stream of your Kundalini. And switch your hands. If you feel with both hands, great. Register it, cherish it, carry it every second you remember. If you don't feel cool breeze, maybe you feel warm breeze, or you don't feel at all, maybe some subtle signals on the surface of your palm, maybe nothing. Give it a chance. Give it some time, and you will feel. Most importantly, let's keep our heart open. Silence in your head, peace in your mind. Your Kundalini absolutely present in the moment. You can feel it, especially if you feel her presence within you, above your head, on the surface of your palms. This is ideal. Relax all the muscles of your face, shoulders, neck, straight back, arms on the lap, smile on the face, tension in the crown chakra. we can follow the second piece of music. Would be great. Let's split our attention between the top of our heads and two palms on the lap. Make sure we're engaged with this new awakened level of sensitivity, which Sahaja Yoga inside of us, as a yogi or yogini provides. Once more, let's check if we can feel the breeze of your kundalini streaming upwards above your head, with both palms. I like very much to do it every time I finish meditation, to emphasize that I am in the present moment right now. I'm very awakened, very alert, and I am in the state of yoga. So I want to remind myself that this state is very auspicious, and I want to carry this state after I finished. And I invite everyone to do the same. For a second, or 2, or 5, or 60, or 360, after you stood up and went on your routine, to stay in this present moment, fully engaged with yourself, with your kundalini. Let's bring both hands to, again, to meet them in the middle. Left and right, past and the future, meet them in the center, in the present. And use this moment to express your gratitude. One of the most powerful emotions, energies, types of energies which we can use for the benefit of the whole world and yourself. Use these moments, because now in the state of yoga, we can send it to everyone. I'd like to invite everyone to send your gratitude towards yourself, your kundalini, towards our teacher, our Shrimadaji, who gave all of us this invaluable present of self-realization. To each one of you who joined the program together, and to send this gratitude in the form of love, of greatness, of great gratitude to everyone here in the United States, covering whole United States and whole Americas, South, Central, North, and Europe, and Asia, and Africa, and Australia, and the whole globe. Send this love to everyone in the world, especially those innocent people who are under the pressure of hatred and anger in the war zones. Love and support. Now let's raise our kundalini and ourselves into one. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. A very, very pleasant weekend.